Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. $2.99 feels so divine. I can't believe we're almost at 300. Thank you so much for supporting and making this all possible. I couldn't do the show without all of you. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy these videos. Let me know your take on today's topics in the comments down below. And if you're brand new here, I love you already. I can tell we're gonna be a perfect match. And today's show is a bit different, interesting, and exciting because they finally did it. We got big stuff for cheap, which is, hey, a welcome sign for all of us, especially in this slow period. I feel like all the gaming companies have turned into snails. And yes, slow and steady wins the race. The hair taught us that, but tortoise mode can only go on for so long. And I'm feeling my spidey sense tingling. Something's gonna happen, I think this week. Nintendo is capitalizing on the gap and saying, oh my gosh, we're gonna give you our games cheaper than they've ever been. This is big news and this is really exciting. So if you have a little bit of extra cash, get ready, okay? I'm about to tempt your soul 10 to 20 different times. We're kicking it off with Animal Crossing New Horizons down to the lowest price it's ever been. So for the 6 of you that haven't played this game, want a second island, or want to surprise your grandson, it's 40 bucks. That is the lowest ACNH has been in its 2+ years of existence, a fantastic price. And you can grab it at Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, Target, the works, physical and digital versions. It's awesome. Remember, physical versions still can only have 1 island, so you got to be careful with that. It doesn't really matter if you grab it digitally or physically, but $39.99, ooh baby. Phenomenal price for a game that I think now is in a good spot. Obviously, we want more updates, but it's in a good spot. Now, Clubhouse Games is also in a good spot at $30. That's 25% off just about everywhere. And this one's super fun. If you're enjoying Switch Sports and you want more, I feel like Clubhouse Games is the best partner game. All right, they handshake their way to happiness with a couple of local players and online modes. It does have bowling, which is very interesting, but it's the board games that are more up my alley. A lot of different unique board games and a lot of fun little quick challenges. It's kind of like We Play, if you remember that back in the day. So think of this as the analogy to that follow-up to Wii Sports. It's actually really good, and $30, you're getting a lot of great value. Now, Zelda Breath of the Wild is also on a super sale down to 40 bucks. I know most of you have this game, but if you don't, it's a great chance to buy it 33% off. All these first-party titles just trying to fly off the shelves, and Super Mario Party is another one. 40 bucks for the OG Mario Party on Switch. This is the one that tried to do something drastically different and give every character a unique dice block. It works pretty darn well, although I think Mario Party Superstars is ultimately the better game and has the better minigame assortment. Mario Party Superstars was on sale earlier this week at Amazon for 40, and it's sold out, so keep your eye on. I don't know if it'll come back later in the week, but man, that is like a must buy at 40. But Mario Party itself, Super Mario Party that is an interesting one at 40. Continuing the first party fun, Ring Fit Adventure is down to 55, which is 31% off, and if you like Switch Sports and want something else active, man, this one is really going to pump your muscles. All right, this is a booty burner with a big old ring that you squeeze to and fro, but it's gamified. And as Nintendo has proved, they're the masters of doing this. Ring Fit Adventure is better than any of the other fitness titles, just like Switch Sports is better than any of the Waggle Switch Sports type titles. Amazing game and a really excellent price. Typically, that's an $80 package. So now that it's been out for about 2.5 years, I'm glad that it's coming down. Now, there's some other really good stuff, like Amazon has a super sale on Paper Mario and the Origami King. That one's down to 32 bucks, 46% off, and man, this is a great summer game. This is a great backlog game with a charming as heck story and a better than you think it is battle system. The boss battles especially are very interesting, and I love the world. It looks phenomenal, and it will make you chuckle. What better way to spend these slow times? All right, friends, here is a Zach pick. You gotta pick this one up. $11.99 for Journey to the Savage Planet, 60% off. I'm telling you, this game is gold. This game is gold. It is creative, it is quirky, it feels like it could be a Nintendo title, and it's amazing to play on the go. Journey to the Savage Planet is like a hybrid between an action shooter and one of those survival games. There's just a lot of really interesting mechanics, fun boss battles, great exploration, and a super colorful world with perks and upgrades that matter. It might even have some like Metroidvania aspects to it in a 3D world, but it's just so good. I don't know what else to say except like this one is stupendous. This studio is awesome. I hope they get to work on more stuff. It's really great. Of course, Immortals Fenyx Rising is also really great at $15. 75% off. I don't know why Ubisoft discounts this bad boy so freaking often, but it is one to gobble up. Another must-buy Zach pick, 15 on the eShop, 15 at Best Buy, whether you want it physically or digitally. It is Zelda Breath of the Wild with the Greek gods and a very colorful world and a lot more combat. It's a really interesting game and one of Ubisoft's best in a world where Ubisoft blends all their games together. All right, let's go to Slime Rancher Portable Edition, $17.49 over on the eShoppy. 30% off, lowest price ever. This is getting a sequel this year, and I can't wait. The first game is really good on Switch, though, and you are ranching slimes, man. Collecting them, growing your slime farm, colorful, cute, and first person. It's just an excellent experience all around. Many other types of players would say that Tetris Effect Connected is an excellent experience all around, especially at $23.99, 40% off the lowest price ever. This is Tetris Ascended, baby. It's all sorts of different maps and looks and Tetris types, and it's a really cool mix if you're into that puzzly thing, but you're very familiar with Tetris. Like, this is not your grandpa's Tetris. This isn't even your old Tetris. It's just a very different look and aesthetic and style for Tetris. And basically half the price is a really good pickup on Switch, and you can take it with you wherever you go. Now here's the goofball pick of the week, okay? We've got Balan Wonderworld for $11.99. This game is by all accounts really bad, but if you were ever just morbidly curious, if you want to see what Sega did with this strange title that has all sorts of power-ups, but none of them are good, it's $11.99, 70% off, lowest price ever. You can grab this one, and you're only out $12, and maybe you can find some fun in it. I don't know, doubtful, but maybe. Oh yeah, there's actually one more first-party game, because Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain is 33% off, $20 basically everywhere. This is a $30 game, so the $20 price isn't a huge deviation, but still. It's a very nice time for $20. The minigames are fun, and they're especially good local multiplayer. Play these a lot with my fam, and they're just really fun to sit down, 2 Joy-Cons, and go at it. Some little contest to challenge your brain and just have like some bite-sized fun. Great for like 5 to 15-minute sessions. And $20, I mean, that's a total flyer price. Bug Snacks is also brand new and on a solid sale, 20% off to start things off. $20 instead of the usual $25. It'll jump up to $25 in about 10 days, but right now you can grab the latest indie adventure on the eShop for $20. Bug Snacks is like Pokemon Snap meets, I don't know, Feed the Monsters. You're basically feeding and capturing all of these crazy creations, right? Like a hamburger with legs and fries that turn into a spider and just flying tomatoes. It's just crazy world out there. And it's an eclectic adventure. I'm not going to say that this game is phenomenal. I played quite a bit of it and I enjoyed it. I don't think it's really, really great, but I think it is quirky and unique, and I think it runs well on Switch despite not looking as good as, obviously, its PS5 counterpart. But this is like a unique game, and I think one that would give you just like kind of a totally different experience. It's first person, it's quirky, and I really like the character actors that they have playing the goofy creatures that you find on this island. Now, if you want something that's the complete opposite of goofy, that's very sultry and swanky and downright weird, it's Catherine Full Body. I loved this game when I initially played it years ago on PlayStation, and it's $20, 60% off on the eShop. You are going to be pushing blocks. That's the most important part of this package. Yes, there is some strange seductive romance going on your phone with multiple girls, but it's more about the block pushing action, which is like one of the coolest puzzlers I've seen, and the game just gets weirder and weirder. Garden Story is $13.99, the lowest price it's ever been. Play a grape. It's 30% off in this cozy action RPG. You're a grape. Do I need to say more? Because you're a grape, fighting your way and schmoozing your way through this interesting town of frogs and tomatoes and other sorts of creations. You're a grape. That's all you need to know. All right, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is a very good game. Packaged 2 titles together for $40, but that was a good price. So man, $24.79, lowest price ever from Capcom, 38% off is a really good deal if you want to get your courtroom antics on. This is a good one. Hey, maybe it could lead you to a career in something. Once upon a time, I was at Hollywood Video, and I was buying Trauma Center, and the dude told my mom there's so many cool games on the DS. Like, maybe your kid is going to end up being a doctor because they played Trauma Center. Now, obviously, I did not become a doctor, but Trauma Center was good and deserves to come back. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is pretty good, too. And we have one more game to go, and that is going to be Valkyrie Chronicles 4. Down to its lowest price ever, $11.99, 60% off. I think if you are waiting for Advance Wars or Fire Emblem, this is for you. Valkyrie Chronicles 4 is like a tactical title with real-time movement and turn-based systems. It's really good, a unique aesthetic, and this is like a nice portable package as you wait for those first-party franchises, and I think it's kind of an underrated series. I've played it since the original Valkyrie Chronicles, and I really like it. It's got a unique feel. It is like historic military, but they do it in such a way that I think is really smart. So I love Valkyrie Chronicles, and I recommend this one highly. But my big picks for the week, if I could only recommend a few things, man, it's got to be ACNH at 40. I'm sorry, that's a great price. It's got to be Journey to the Savage Planet at 12, and Immortals Phoenix Rising at 15, with Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics coming in at 30 if you got some extra cash lying around. A lot of great stuff. One of the strongest sales we've seen in 2022 and in a very long time, with a lot of just top tier first party games hitting their lowest prices and some eShop gems as well. So hopefully that gives you a lot of fun stuff to keep you busy while everybody is just churning along and trying to make our way towards the E3 June season. But now let's turn to the poll, because this actually factors in perfectly to today's video. I asked last night, are you good at finishing games? Dicey question. You got to be bold. You got to be vulnerable. You got to be honest with me. I'm honest with you. So here we go. 50% of you say I finish half the stuff I play, which is golf clap worthy. All right, half? That's pretty darn good. Now, 17% say yes, I finish everything I play. Very impressive. You are just very impressive. I'm so impressed. 12% say I never finish games. I get it. Life comes at you. It's a busy world, and there's so many games. Now, 21%, where I fall, is I finish a few games a year, and I'm not happy about this. I feel like there's this dark side of not finishing games, which is that you don't fully enjoy them, because a lot of times the best parts of games are when you get to take it wholesale, like towards the end they do the coolest stuff, or even 3/4 of the way through. I'm guilty of playing so many different games and trying out a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like the smorgasbord buffet style. But a lot of times you're like, oh, this game isn't great, but it's only because I played like an hour. If I had played the 3 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours, maybe I'd think it was so much better. Now, games obviously need to earn our engagement very early on. I don't think you should have to play 10 to 15 hours to find out that a game is good, but yeah, it's something I really want to work in. And with this gap, I'm trying to backlog it up with some fun titles and some new titles and trying to hold myself to completing them. So remind me to finish games. I'd appreciate it a lot. And I just love you guys for being here. Thanks so much. 300 is next. Until that time, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Let me know if you're going to grab any of the cool sales, because darn it, there are some really good ones. And until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I love you a lot. SwitchForce out.